Ranking 5 U.S. nickels, 1998, 1996, 1989, 1992, and 1988, uncovers a timeline of design evolution in American minting. Each coin not only marks its year, but also illustrates how shifting aesthetics redefined an everyday currency into a collectible piece of art. The 1998 U.S. nickel may seem like an everyday piece of currency at first glance, yet hidden within its familiar design lies the potential for astronomical value. In the intricate world of numismatics, even a slight deviation from minting perfection can transform a common coin into a coveted collector's gem worth hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. Behind the humble exterior of this nickel is a story of precision, error, and chance that has captivated collectors for decades. Each coin is produced with strict specifications. The weight, diameter, and metallic composition are all carefully controlled. However, even under these tight regulations, the complex process of minting can sometimes produce errors that turn a coin from ordinary to extraordinary. Among these, error coins are the rare anomalies that emerge from a misalignment of the die, a misstrike, or even a doubled image. For the 1998 U.S. nickel, one error in particular, a doubling mistake that causes the coin's design to appear almost mirror-like, has stirred considerable excitement among collectors. Collectors scrutinize every element of a coin. The date, mint mark, and even the alignment of the intricate details require a trained eye. Even the slightest misplacement or overlapping of elements can indicate a production anomaly. For instance, a double die error occurs when the design is transferred twice onto the coin, producing a faint yet unmistakable doubling of the image. In the case of the 1998 nickel, such an error might cause the date or other details to appear slightly off-center, a deviation that, when authenticated, can boost the coin's value dramatically. Consider the experience of one avid collector who meticulously examined his collection under a magnifying glass. Amid dozens of seemingly identical nickels, he noticed that one coin exhibited an unusual doubling of the date. Rather than dismissing it as wear or damage, he had it professionally graded and confirmed as a rare double die error. That discovery not only transformed his collection but also underscored the fact that errors, though subtle, can carry immense significance. Other types of errors that can elevate the value of a coin include misstrikes, where the coin's design appears shifted or off-center, and die cracks, which may reveal faint lines along the surface. There are even repunched mint mark errors, where the mint mark is stamped twice, creating an overlapping effect that is highly sought after. While these anomalies might seem minor to an untrained observer, in the world of coin collecting, rarity is king. The fewer coins there are with a specific error, the higher the demand, and the price can soar. One of the most fascinating aspects of error coins is the blend of art and accident. The minting process, though highly automated, still involves human oversight. A small misalignment or an unexpected shift in the die can leave behind a unique mark. For the 1998 U.S. nickel, this means that a coin might carry with it not only a history of mass production, but also a singular mistake that elevates it from legal tender to a piece of history. Collectors cherish these coins not just for their potential monetary value, but also for the narrative they encapsulate, a story of an unforeseen moment in an otherwise flawless production process. What makes the 1998 nickel particularly intriguing is that while most of these coins pass through the mint without issue, a handful display errors so distinct that they are immediately noticeable to a seasoned eye. This is where the expertise of collectors and grading services comes into play. It is essential to have a coin inspected under the right conditions, a bright light, a magnifying glass, and sometimes even a microscope, to determine whether an anomaly is a true error or merely a result of wear over time. The most coveted error among these nickels is the doubling error, where a misaligned die creates a nearly identical duplicate of a key design element. Only a few dozen of these have been authenticated by professional grading services. In some auctions, such coins have fetched prices that reach six figures, with private sales sometimes pushing the limits even higher. This extraordinary value is not merely due to rarity, but also the thrill of uncovering something unique, an error that defied the rigorous standards of the mint. In the end, the 1998 U.S. nickel stands as a testament to the allure of imperfection in a world that strives for uniformity. Its story is one of meticulous production interrupted by a momentary glitch, turning an otherwise common coin into a treasure trove of historical significance and potential wealth. For collectors who know where to look and how to spot these rare errors, every coin offers a promise of discovery, a hidden narrative that, with the right attention, might just be worth a fortune. The 1992 U.S. nickel, an ordinary coin you've probably seen countless times in your life. It might even be sitting in your pocket right now. But what if I told you that one of these seemingly unremarkable coins could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, or even more? That's right. An everyday nickel from 1992 has the potential to change your financial future, but only if you know what to look for. To understand why some 1992 nickels are so valuable, we first need to talk about what makes a coin rare. One of the most exciting areas of coin collecting revolves around minting errors, unintentional mistakes made during the production process. These errors turn what should have been a standard, mass-produced coin into a unique and highly sought-after collector's item. And in the case of the 1992 nickel, there's one specific type of error that has collectors and investors scrambling. So, how does a minting error occur? The U.S. Mint produces coins by striking blank metal discs, or planchets, with specially crafted dies. These dies are engraved with the design we all recognize on our coins, like Thomas Jefferson's portrait on the front of the nickel and Monticello on the back. But the machinery isn't perfect. A misalignment, a cracked die, or even an accidental mixing of designs can result in coins that stand out from the rest. And for collectors, that's where the magic happens. Let's talk about some of the most common types of coin errors you might encounter. There are die cracks, where a small crack in the die transfers onto the coin's surface. There's also doubling, where the design is struck twice, creating a shadow effect that's highly coveted. And then there are off-center strikes, where the design is visibly shifted, leaving part of the coin blank. While all of these errors can increase a coin's value, the 1992 nickel has a particularly rare and unique error that sets it apart. One of the most notable features of the 1992 nickel lies in its reverse side, the image of Monticello. On certain error coins, the lettering surrounding Monticello is either misaligned, misshapen, or appears doubled. This is known as a double die error, and it's one of the rarest and most valuable mistakes a coin can have. To spot it, you'll need to examine the coin closely, preferably under magnification. Look for signs of doubling in the words E pluribus unum, United States of America, or Monticello. If you find even slight doubling, your coin could be worth far more than 5 cents. But that's not the only error that makes the 1992 nickel so special. In rare cases, nickels from this year have been discovered with what's called a transitional design error. These errors occur when coins are struck with mismatched dies from different years. For example, a 1992 nickel might feature design elements intended for a coin from a previous or later year. These transitional errors are extremely rare and can fetch jaw-dropping prices at auction. Now, you might be wondering, has anyone ever actually found one of these rare error nickels? The answer is yes, and the stories are nothing short of incredible. In one case, a collector stumbled across a rare 1992 nickel at a local coin show. After closely examining the coin, they noticed slight doubling on the reverse. That nickel, which they purchased for a mere $1, ended up selling for over $20,000 at auction. Another example involved a transitional error that sold for over $50,000, setting a record for nickels of its type. So, how can you tell if your 1992 nickel is worth a fortune? Start by sorting through your loose change or old coin jars. Pay close attention to the details, particularly the lettering on the reverse side. Use a magnifying glass or a coin loop to inspect for doubling or other anomalies. And if you think you've found something unusual, consider having the coin professionally graded and authenticated. Organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, can verify the rarity and condition of your coin, giving you an accurate idea of its value. Why do these coins command such high prices? It all comes down to supply and demand. Minting errors are, by their very nature, rare. Combine that rarity with the high demand from passionate collectors, and the price skyrockets. And because error coins tell a fascinating story about the minting process, they often become the centerpiece of a collection. The next time you come across a 1992 nickel, don't overlook it. It might just be the key to a life-changing discovery hiding in plain sight. Coins like these remind us that the smallest details often hold the greatest value. Keep searching, keep learning, and who knows? Your next nickel could be worth its weight in gold. The 1988 U.S. nickel coin, at first glance, may seem like an ordinary piece of currency, yet under careful scrutiny it can reveal secrets that turn it into a treasure worth hundreds of thousands or even millions. Minting in 1988 followed extremely strict specifications, leaving little room for error. That makes any deviation, no matter how small, a potential goldmine for collectors. In a process designed for precision, even a minor misalignment or an unexpected anomaly can result in a rare error that stands out from the mass-produced coins. One of the most compelling errors associated with this coin is the off-center strike. When a coin is produced, the die must hit the planchet precisely in the center. An off-center strike means the die struck the planchet with an unintended offset, resulting in an incomplete or asymmetrical design. This flaw, though it may appear as a simple misfire, is extremely rare due to the rigorous quality control at the mint. Collectors who stumble upon an off-center 1988 nickel know they have found something far removed from the typical circulated coin. A well-documented case involved a collector who, while reorganizing his coin album, discovered a 1988 nickel that was noticeably off-center. Once authenticated, the coin quickly became the centerpiece of his collection, fetching a price that left him both astonished and grateful. Another error that can be found on these nickels is the die crack. During the minting process, the dies that stamp the coin's design are subject to wear and tear. Occasionally, a die will develop a crack, and if a coin is struck with this imperfect die, it will carry a raised line that bisects the design. Die cracks are not only visually distinct but also serve as a historical record of the minting process. An experienced eye can detect these subtle marks, which may be missed by an untrained observer. One dedicated numismatist recounted the thrill of examining a collection of 1988 nickels under a magnifying glass and finding a coin with a barely noticeable die crack. After verification from a reputable grading service, this coin became one of his most prized possessions, valued significantly higher than its face value. A particularly intriguing and valuable error is the double die strike. This error occurs when the coin is struck twice by the die, leading to overlapping or doubled images that create a mirror effect. The double die error is considered one of the most desirable mistakes among collectors. It requires a perfect storm of conditions at the mint, which is why only a handful of these coins have ever surfaced. Experts have noted that the uniqueness of the double die error, combined with its scarcity, can catapult the value of a 1988 nickel into the realm of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Collectors who manage to identify and verify a double die error understand that they have in their hands a piece of minting history that defies the norm. Minting specifications play a crucial role in determining the rarity of these errors. The equipment used in 1988 was designed to produce uniform coins with a high degree of accuracy. Every coin was expected to have the same dimensions, design alignment, and overall quality. When an error slips through this tight process, it highlights an exception that collectors are eager to acquire. The rarity is not just in the error itself, but also in the contrast it provides against the backdrop of hundreds of millions of flawless coins. This contrast fuels the passion of collectors who continually search for that one coin that breaks the mold. The story of the 1988 nickel goes beyond just the error. It represents the intersection of precision engineering and human error. One collector's journey serves as a reminder of this fact. After years of meticulously studying coins, he once discovered a 1988 nickel with a peculiar misalignment that set it apart from the others. His discovery not only earned him admiration among fellow collectors, but also provided him with a tangible connection to the minting process and the rare imperfections that can occur. His coin, later confirmed as a double die error, was eventually auctioned for an amount that far exceeded its face value, underscoring the potential for immense profit hidden in these mint errors. For those interested in spotting these errors, the key lies in careful observation. A well-lit surface and a magnifying glass are essential tools. Compare the coin's design to standard reference images. Look for inconsistencies in alignment, unusual lines, or doubled elements that could indicate a double strike. While the errors might be subtle, each detail can be a clue pointing to a rare minting anomaly. And as many collectors have found, what starts as a routine check can turn into the discovery of a lifetime. The value of the 1988 U.S. nickel coin is not solely determined by its age or rarity, but by the story it tells. A story of precision, imperfection, and the unpredictable nature of industrial production. As collectors continue to unearth these anomalies, the legacy of this coin grows, reminding us that even in mass production, there can be moments of singular brilliance. The 1989 U.S. nickel coin has long captured the attention of collectors who know that even a coin appearing ordinary at first glance can hide extraordinary secrets. Within its design lies the potential for minting errors so rare that a single specimen might fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars, or even millions. Behind this seemingly simple coin is a complex story of precision, error, and history, where slight deviations during production transform an everyday piece of currency into a coveted treasure. During the minting process, machines operate at speeds that leave little margin for error. In the case of the 1989 nickel, this means that even the slightest malfunction or misalignment can produce a coin with errors that deviate from the intended design. Among the most talked about anomalies are double strikes, off-center impressions, and planchet errors. A double strike occurs when the coin receives two overlapping impressions in one pass through the press, leading to a doubling of key design elements. Off-center strikes happen when the coin is misaligned during the minting process, causing parts of the design to be missing or only partially struck. Meanwhile, planchet errors arise when the blank metal disc is misfed or damaged prior to striking, resulting in an irregular surface or unexpected design marks. Experienced collectors know that identifying these errors requires patience and a keen eye. A magnifying glass often reveals subtle details, overlapping letters, numbers, or parts of the portrait that hint at a double die error. The same tool can help discern whether the design is off-center, a telltale sign that a coin might have been struck outside the optimal position. Experts advise comparing suspect coins against certified images of standard 1989 nickels, noting any discrepancies in alignment, detail, or finish that suggest a minting anomaly. Collectors are often drawn to error coins not just for their rarity, but for the stories they tell about the minting process. One dedicated enthusiast spent years poring over his collection until he uncovered a 1989 nickel with a distinctly off-center strike. The misalignment was unmistakable. The design was noticeably shifted, leaving an incomplete impression that set it apart from its counterparts. This coin quickly became the centerpiece of his collection and ignited discussions among fellow collectors, many of whom began to re-examine their own holdings in hopes of finding similar treasures. Another story involves a seasoned collector who attended multiple coin shows, eventually stumbling upon a 1989 nickel exhibiting a double strike error. The coin's double details, once verified by an expert, confirmed it as a rare minting mishap. The discovery not only boosted the coin's value significantly, but also brought widespread attention to the 1989 series. Auction houses began featuring similar error coins, and stories of these rare finds spread throughout the numismatic community, highlighting the potential for fortune hidden in what many assumed was an ordinary coin. The value of an error coin lies in its rarity and the story of its creation. In the world of numismatics, even a seemingly insignificant deviation from the standard can result in a dramatic increase in worth. For the 1989 nickel, collectors have noted that a coin with a double die error or an extreme off-center strike is especially prized. These mistakes are not produced intentionally, and their scarcity makes each error coin a unique piece of minting history. The combination of rarity, the technical challenge of producing a perfect coin, and the inherent human fascination with imperfections all contribute to the extraordinary market value of these coins. For those interested in exploring error coin collecting, the journey begins with education and careful observation. Verifying a coin's origin, comparing it against standard images, and consulting with reputable experts are essential steps in confirming the authenticity of an error. It is this diligence that allows collectors to separate a genuine minting anomaly from a coin that might simply be a result of wear or minor damage. Over time, this attention to detail not only enriches a collection but also deepens one's appreciation for the complexities of coin production. At its core, the story of the 1989 U.S. nickel is one of unexpected potential. Its standard appearance masks the possibility of minting errors that could transform it into one of the most sought-after pieces in a collection. Each coin holds a secret, a fleeting moment in time when a machine's precision faltered, leaving behind an imperfection that history now treasures. This coin is more than just a piece of currency. It is a testament to the unpredictable nature of production and the remarkable value that can arise from a rare mistake. The 1996 U.S. nickel may seem like an ordinary coin at first glance, but beneath its familiar surface lies the potential for extraordinary value. This coin, minted with precise specifications, sometimes carries hidden errors that transform it from everyday currency into a collector's treasure. Small discrepancies during the minting process can result in errors that not only defy the meticulous standards of the U.S. Mint, but also open the door to dramatic price tags, sometimes reaching hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. At its core, the 1996 nickel adheres to strict design and production criteria. Every element, from the portrait on the obverse to the shield on the reverse, is carefully struck to ensure consistency. However, the very precision that makes modern coinage reliable can occasionally be disrupted by a misalignment in the dies, a fault in the planchet, or even a mechanical glitch during the strike. These rare deviations are what collectors pursue with such passion. When a minting error occurs, it creates a unique piece, one that tells the story of a momentary lapse in perfection that no two coins share. One type of error that occasionally surfaces in coins like the 1996 nickel is the double die impression. In this scenario, the design elements are struck twice, producing an overlapping effect that creates a shadowed or echoed look. It is a subtle anomaly that requires close inspection under good lighting, but once recognized, it can instantly elevate the coin's rarity. In some instances, collectors have discovered double die errors so well defined that they have fetched astronomical sums at auction, defying the original low mintage expectations of a standard issue nickel. Another error to be aware of is the off-center strike. During the minting process, if the coin is not properly aligned, the design can be partially missed, leaving a gap or incomplete section on the coin's face. Although off-center strikes can occur on any coin, their presence on a 1996 nickel, when combined with other rare features, can drastically impact its value. The off-center error is often accompanied by a lack of clarity in certain areas, yet that very imperfection is what collectors seek, a tangible reminder that even the most advanced machinery can produce unpredictable results. Some error coins may display die cracks or planchet flaws. Die cracks are lines or fractures that form on the die and then become imprinted on every coin produced using that die until it is replaced. In a 1996 nickel, a pronounced die crack that appears consistently across a series can turn a routine coin into a coveted rarity. Planchet errors, on the other hand, arise from issues with the blank metal disc before the strike. A misfed or damaged planchet might carry dents or irregularities that, when combined with the coin's design, create an entirely unique pattern, one that is as unpredictable as it is valuable. Stories from the collector community bring these technical details to life. One seasoned numismatist recalled the thrill of discovering a 1996 nickel at a local coin show, only to later realize it carried an exceptionally rare double die error. After a series of expert evaluations and a deep dive into mint records, the coin was authenticated and later sold for an amount that far exceeded its face value. Another collector shared how a seemingly insignificant off-center strike on a 1996 nickel became the centerpiece of his collection, sparking conversations and admiration at every coin meet. What makes these errors so compelling is not just their scarcity, but the narrative each coin carries. The minting process is one of precision and order, and an error represents a moment when that order was disrupted, a glitch in an otherwise predictable sequence. Each error coin is a reminder that perfection is sometimes elusive, and that even in highly controlled environments, unexpected outcomes can yield something extraordinary. For those looking to identify a potentially valuable 1996 nickel, attention to detail is key. Examine the coin under bright light and with a magnifying glass. Look for any inconsistencies in the design, whether it be overlapping images from a double strike, misaligned elements from an off-center impression, or the telltale signs of die cracks and planchet imperfections. A little patience and a discerning eye can be the difference between dismissing a coin as ordinary and uncovering a rare treasure that could change a collection, and even a life, forever. The allure of the 1996 U.S. nickel lies in its potential to be much more than a piece of currency. It is a testament to the fascinating interplay between precision manufacturing and the unpredictable nature of error. As collectors continue to unearth these hidden gems, each coin becomes a small piece of history, a reminder that sometimes the beauty of imperfection can yield unimaginable rewards.